What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. The price of Bitcoin is 87,750 thereabouts. I've not been here for about a week, but I have been updating you on my X, and yeah, you would have known on my trades last week what I was looking for. So I'm going to just do a quick 5-10 minute update on my thoughts on the market, and yeah, if you need some clarity out there, if things are a bit confusing, then this is definitely a good show to watch for you. It's definitely a tricky market out there right now. It's tough to read, and there's no doubt about that, especially as we've been in this 4-hour downtrend for a while now. We have come down to this daily order block, and we've shown some sort of reaction, and we're just kind of in a bit of a limbo phase at the minute. So we need to see a couple of things in order to tell us that, you know, the bottom's not in yet. We're going to take this low. And there's a couple of things that will tell us that the market is ready to turn. So I'm going to go through both of those today. Full transparency, I don't have any positions open currently. I'm just sat waiting for my setup to arrive. I took a loss yesterday or Friday, I can't remember what it was now, either side of the weekend. This was a trend I was playing at the time, and what I did want to see was this order block hold. When I saw us wick through and show this big impulsive move, I did take a long position, which, as you can see, got stopped out. Take a loss. We have to take losses here and there. But it's important to note why this was stopped out. And does this mean that the trend is reversing now, or do we have a bit more upside to go? And I did speak about this on my X yesterday. But there's two possibilities here. The first possibility is this uptrend was in fact, this is in fact how the uptrend looked, and this high was a reasonable high. Unlikely, but the reason I think it's possible is due to the fact that from our last high of the 4-hour trend, we have pulled back 50%. So an argument for us going lower now is that we have produced a 15-minute market structure shift here, and we're about to see some sort of push up into this 50%, and then we reverse lower. And actually this could take us to new lows. That's one option for us. And what I would like to do is, if from here, if we show choppy uptrend into this order block that builds liquidity, this is important. As long as we build liquidity, I can be confident that that's going to be taken. So if we build a choppy uptrend into this order block, building liquidity, and then show a 15-minute bearish market structure shift, I will short. That'll be a short entry for me if that happens. That's one potential for a setup. Now the second option for us is that actually this uptrend here is still intact because of the wick that we had here. And that actually, the trend just looks like this. All we've had is a high, a low, a higher high, and now we're in the middle of forming our lower low. And so until we break 83.8k, it does seem as though this is still intact, this uptrend. And so what my plan is here, if we show a clear 1-hour market structure shift, that would look something like this. A new low form on the 1 hour, and then the last high broken with a retracement. That would be my entry for a long position. Below this low, because that's the trend low. And I would target 2 to 1 here. So that's another trade that I'm waiting for, if that setup allows me. If we just push up from here, I'll simply wait for any type of reaction here. If we push straight through, then I'll sit out. But there's a couple of trade opportunities that I'm looking at here. But overall, it is important to remember that we are still in the downtrend on the 4 hour, and that actually the current high sits here. So until we break this level, we can have any type of price action in this range. This is what we're doing right now. We're currently just chopping in a range right now. And this can go on for a long time, and it can go on as high as 107.5k before potentially showing us an hourly bearish market structure shift. If that occurs, I'll expect us to go lower. But that's on the higher time frame. Until then, what I'd like to see is, I'd like to see if this trend continues, this uptrend, like I've been talking about. In which case we can trade the trend until we see a reversal, and then we can short. Or, like I said, if we have a rejection in this order block just here, I will take a short, expecting us to take this low. But it's possible, again, that we're still chopping in the range. So if I'm allowed a short position in this zone here, stop above this high, again, targeting a 2 to 1 would be smart, taking profit. If this move continues lower and takes this high, this low, then I'd be more confident that actually we're going to take out the daily low, and we can hold this out. So like I said, there's a couple of trades here that I'm waiting for. We haven't got anybody live, but that's all right. Do give it a like if you've ended up watching this. Give it a like, and any comments. I'll always reply to any comments, any questions you've got. This is not financial advice. This is just me going through my thoughts on the market, how I trade on a daily basis, what I'm looking for, how the setup may occur if it does, and how I will be reacting to certain price action. And so take it with a pinch of salt. Do your own research before you take any trades yourself. But this is my thoughts. But yeah, just remember, we're still in a downtrend on the 4 hour. Still in a downtrend. And while we're chopping here, this is just chopping in a range. And this can absolutely take us to new lows. So yeah, do give it a like, and then go over to my X, because this is where I can update you on a much quicker basis. I also do educational videos and all sorts of stuff, so make sure you go over there and check that out. Until then, be safe, be cautious, risk well, and we'll see you soon.